Now that 610 has been turned, we will take this opportunity to take a short tour of the Tvrm Robert Sewell shops. Our tour guide, Jim Martin, will tell us about the shops and the projects the museum is working on.
But if they couldn't get it repaired quickly, they would turn it over to what we're in right now. All railroad yards have what we have, and it's a back shop. Usually a little bit bigger than this shop, but if they couldn't get it done quickly, they turn it over in the back shop. Well, to be very honest with you, this is where the comedian got his term, get her done. Think about it. Where else are you going to take a train for repairs? Sears won't do it, AutoZone won't do it, Pet Boys won't do it. It has to get done in this back shop, and it does get done. Two sets of rails come in from the outside, they run the length of the building. Underneath the first set of rails here, I have a 6-foot drop pit. We change oil, we work on brakes, wheels. We do everything we can from underneath the train. But in the case of some of the passenger cars that have an air conditioning and heating unit underneath, we can take them loose from out here underneath, but when we bring them out to the side, you see the yellow bar across the ceiling, that's a 10-ton crane. It's got its own set of rails up there that it rides on. Both sides of the building. It'll run the length of the building, width of the building, lifting anything up to 10 tons that we have to pick up and work on from that angle. Now, because we don't have the short-term facilities around the turntable, we keep this front part as our short-term repair. Our engine 1829, built in the 50s. You see this big 2,000 horsepower diesel engine in it? Again, develops electricity, goes to electric motors, right on top of the front and rear wheels. And that's what turns the wheels on them diesel electric. It's in for short-term repair. I'm not sure exactly what they're working on it for. Back in the back of the engine with the nose off of it is our long-term repair. Some of you can see engine 6914. That's one of those old bullet-nose diesel electrics. Has 2 diesel engines in it, one for the front wheels, one for the back wheels. 70 miles an hour down the railroad tracks back in the late 50s, early 50s. In the very back where you see that American flag is the wheel shop. Think for just a moment about those big 5-foot diameter cast iron wheels on the steam locomotive. They're cast iron, but they have a steel band around that cast iron. The steel band rides on the railroad tracks and wears out. Railroad people call that steel band a tire. Funny name. When it wears out, we bring the wheel into the wheel shop. When we put all 8 of those wheels back on the engine, they're smooth, even, and they provide the same degree of traction as that engine goes down the track. Very proud of the whole shop and our wheel shop. Now, we do wheel work for small railroads all over the United States that send us their wheels because of that big lathe that we've got in the back. Other side of this white wall right here are the small shops that you normally would find around the turntable. I've got a sheet metal shop, upholstery shop. Those of you in the middle car are riding on brand new upholstery. I've got a paint shop, woodworking shop, electrical shop, wheel shop. Everything you can think of around the turntable, I've got on the other side of this wall, because remember, it has to get done in this shop, and it does. You can see we changed one letter on the motto there. It can be done. Now, just a minute ago, I was talking to you about long-term repair. Engine back there with the nose off of it is number 630. We rode over here on number 610. Remember I told you 610 was built in 1952? It was one of the last commercial locomotives built in America, but it's a real youngster in railroad history. Old 630 back here was built in 1904. Got a real history behind it, and a lot it could tell. But think for just a moment, let's say that you're standing back in the golden years of railroading. You're standing in Southern Railroad's back shop. And they had brought in number 630 in for an overhaul. That's what we're doing to it back here. We're overhauling it. But now, an overhaul for a steam engine means taking it to the ground. Every wheel is off of it. Every nut and bolt is either repaired, replaced, or refinished when you overhaul a steam engine. Now, Southern Railroad or one of the others would have brought that engine in here for overhaul. Brought it in, taking it down to the ground, wheels off of it, put it back together, wheels back on, back out the door in 4, maybe 5 weeks. That was their job back in the golden years of railroading. They had the money, the equipment, the manpower, and they got it done. Now switch over to 2010, Tennessee Valley Railroad. We've had engine 630 back here for 9 years trying to overhaul it. It's supposed to be ready this fall. We just got the wheels back on it last year. I wish you could be here when it comes out. Watch on the website and you may be able to see exactly when. You'd think you were in the year 1904. That engine will look like it when it came off the showroom floor. Brand new.
After the shop tour, we return to the train and head back to Grand Junction.